next club off the rank would be me in Carlton. So
I'm interested in this because you were big on Carlton last year when we were doing Footy Rivals. So I'm really interested to see your takes on New Carlton.
I'm big on Carlton this year.
Oh, yes! That makes me so excited because I am not big on them at all.
Right, so last year, obviously, Carlton started the year off pretty poorly. It wasn't until they actually sacked Brendan Bolton, I think, in after round 11, that they brought in David Teague, and they actually won 6 of their last.
They remembered how to play
games.
football.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they won 7 games for the year, but 6 of those games were in the back half of the year. So they were in the back half of the year. They were probably one of the better sides in the actual competition, to be fair.
Yeah, I would say that.
Their preseason's actually gone. It could have gone better. They lost both of their preseason games. Of all the teams that finished like in the lower half of the ladder, they were, I think, one of only 2 teams that didn't win a game from the bottom of the ladder of last year. So their preseason could have gone a bit better, and their injuries as well have been a bit. It's been okay. Like, they've got Doherty back. Charlie Curnow is out for however long he is, but like, really, outside of Curnow, they don't have any sort of important players that are on the injury list.
Yeah, that's true.
That aren't going to be coming back within the first couple of rounds of the year. So their injury list is actually looking pretty good for them as well. So that's a positive take. Yeah. So they've had a decent preseason. They've been able to get a good load into their players. Obviously, something didn't transition into the preseason games as well as they'd have liked. But, you know, these are preseason games, so it's not necessarily an indicator of how they'll actually go. They actually didn't really lose anyone of any note last year. The biggest names would be for Solo, and that's probably it. But they did bring in a lot of experience and a lot of talent to their list. Big ones being Eddie Betts. Jack Noons, I think he'll go all right.
I like Jack Noons.
At Carlton.
He was hard in the preseason. He plays hard.
And Jack Martin has come in as well as a free gift to Carlton because Gold Coast didn't want to come to the table. So Betts, Noons, and Martins are pretty solid grabs for the club. They only improved that team, which was already on the improve anyway. So I'm very interested to see how they go. I'm going to read out word for word what I've got here.
Excellent. Great. I like a good verbatim.
Carlton are a team that is effectively 4 years into a complete list rebuild. And you gotta think here, we haven't seen a list rebuild of this depth ever.
It's taken their time.
Ever. Like, really, they've had complete, like, not even since Brendan Bolton took over, but even since Mick Malthouse took over.
Yeah.
They've been in a complete clubhouse rebuild since then. So that's been, 7 years or something that they've been into this. Is why it's taken so long. The list age profile gets another year older, and their players have gained some more experience on their list. Their age profile comes up a bit more, and their age profile is actually entering a stage where you kind of want it to be as you're approaching finals and stuff as well. So they should be a team that is vying for a top 8 spot come the end of the year, and would be comfortable, I think, being 12th. So if they were to finish lower than 12th position this year, that would be a disappointment.
Yeah, I think so.
Where I actually have them finishing in both of my ladders is 9th spot. Just outside
9th spot in both. Okay, yeah. Interesting. Carlton for me, I'm down.
And maybe if Essendon make the 8th, right, and then Richmond finish in 6th, Carlton can go in and beat them again.
Yes, that would be excellent.
Please, for the love of God.
What are your thoughts on Carlton?
I'm not big on Carlton. I'm certainly not anywhere near as big as you. This is actually the club that I mentioned that I thought could finish 18th.
Really?
Yeah. I just don't like their list. I just don't see
what's wrong with their list.
What's exciting about it. Like, outside of the Cripps and Walsh duo in the midfield, who runs with them? I mean, Curnow, Murphy,
Setterfield, Dow.
Not interested in any of them. Paddy Dow doesn't thrill me. I don't think he's taken any strides since halfway through his rookie season. I don't think he's made much progress. I mean, these are pretty harsh opinions, but
I reckon Nunes can run to the midfield.
Nunes is the one. And also, if they wanted to run Jack Martin midfield, I don't hate that idea, but I don't think it'll happen.
I think Doherty will be between half back. He's basically like a Whitfield
Yeah,
for Carlton.
yeah, which isn't bad. Getting him back will be big. Maybe 18th is a bit harsh. You're probably pulling me off my 18th prediction
I do that
sort of
to
thing.
you
You do, yeah. I'm changing that a bit, but I'm not big on Carlton. I just don't think the help's there. I also think that expectation can play a part in what may happen at Carlton. Like you just mentioned, the age bracket for them is where you want to be pushing into the 8. If they're not pushing into the 8 with this age bracket, which is very possible that they don't come close to the 8, or that they either come close like last season off making a late dash where it's never really going to happen for you.
Yeah.
Like, where's the expectation go from there? Because you're no longer on that, hey, we're the youngest club in the competition, give us some time. It's like, no, you just, the age bracket needs to be pushing into the 8.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably exacerbated by getting a guy like Eddie Betts. If you took just that one guy off their list, I mean, maybe their age bracket comes down a bit. I don't know.
No, I think they'd still be fine.
Murphy and guys like that. So I don't know. Carlton, jury's out on Carlton for me. I just don't know where the help comes from for Cripps and Walsh. I mean, that they eventually will help each other. If Walsh takes another step forward, then that's crazy. Like, he's going to be superb, which he will. He's going to. I'm a big Walsh fan as much as I'm ragging on Carlton at the moment. But yeah, I don't know where it's all going to come from. Like, I don't trust Liam Jones enough. I don't trust Wiedering enough.
I trust Wiedering as long as Jones is not on the team.
Yeah, maybe. We talked about that on Footy Rivals a lot last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then the forward line. If, Kerno's going to be out for a while. McKay I like, but he didn't play any preseason games, I don't think.
No, he's coming. I think he's on their injury list at the moment.
So that hurts
he's coming back in like the first 2 or 3 weeks of the game.
And then they discovered this, very, very serviceable backman last year in Kaz Bolton, moving him down there, and now he's going to move back forward for a little bit while McKay and Kerno are sort of hurt. So I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to tip him to be 18. I'll go with 16 for Carlton.
Right.
16.
Yeah.
That's where I got it. Just behind Adelaide.
What's your take on Carlton, Joel?
I think Carlton, I think they'll be better, but also maybe not live up to the hype that a lot of people are putting them at. So I think 10th or something. I think they'll be better, just not. Yeah, they'll be better, but not in the 8.
So I think 10th is where a lot of people expect them to be. I think about 10th and 9th. Yeah. You guys are probably where the general expectation is on them.
What I want to see from them is them to be one of those teams that is battling for that 8th position.
Yeah,
that's where I want them to be. This if they are in that sort of 9th to 12th bracket, that's a win for this year. If they go higher than that, then obviously that's a win. But like I said before, any lower than 12th. That's not a good year for them. I think.
That bracket then, if you take it back to last year, that bracket is Hawthorn, Port Adelaide, Fremantle, and I think maybe North Melbourne were the teams that all missed out that were fighting for it, and in the 8th spot came in the Dogs. So about those 5 teams. So you want to see Carlton in that bracket fighting for those final 8 spots. Yeah, which I think is reasonable. It can happen. I'm down on them, but I'm open to accepting that I could be wrong. Put it that way. I'm not always right. Disclaimer. So